2020 is in the books, and probably there's most people out there saying, like, thank the Lord. 2020 is going to go down as one of the most ridiculous years ever. We'll be talking about it for many, many years to come, probably forever. And who would have ever thought that we would have lived through 2020 with all the craziness? I mean, not only a pandemic, government shutdown, record unemployment, one of the craziest elections of all time. You know all that. What's crazy is inside of all that, 2020 is going to be one of the record good years for real estate. Not only just the two shining stars really were the stock market and the real estate, and especially here in Central Florida. So again, my name is Rayce Robinson, your favorite Florida mortgage broker with all the best real estate information here in Florida. And if you like this video or find it interesting, do me a favor, like the video, subscribe to my channel. I always give you straightforward, easy to understand mortgage information and real estate information. So how did we end up in 2020 and how do things look going into 2021? So I have the numbers and I printed these off and I've been looking at these really since yesterday, and I think I've said this every video, but it's crazy. Like, I don't even know what to say. So if you look in 2019 of December, there was 5,426 single family homes that were available on the market, and it was considered low inventory. If you were buying last year at this time in December of last year, you were going to be complaining in December of 2019, so a year ago, that there was no houses on the market. So there was a total of 7,000 if you take townhomes and condos and manufactured homes. But there was about 5,426 single family homes. Rates were sitting at about 3.6%. Flash forward 1 year, that 5,426 houses drops to 3,113. I mean, that's almost half. Rates go down by about 1%. So the median price right now is about $275,000. So if you take a $300,000 house and you drop the rate 1%, you're saving about $170 a month on the payment, which is why so many people are out looking to buy a home. Now, what would make this kind of offset is if sales went down at the same time inventory went down, like that did happen at the beginning of COVID. But if you look at last year around this time, there were 3,000 sales. And if you look at this time this year, at the end of December, 3,672 sales. So inventory goes down by half, but sales go up by about 20, 30%. That's just ridiculous. I don't know what to keep saying. So that is definitely driving the market. And that's really all across the United States. In most markets, there's really low inventory, especially here in Central Florida. And so some of the numbers here, total houses on the market, or total inventory is 4,875, but single family homes, 3,113. There were 2,500 new listings that came on the market in December. Here's something I thought was interesting that I normally don't cover, but in December of 2019, 633 people, basically at the end of that month, decided, I'm not going to sell my house. I'm not getting what I wanted. I'm just going to withdraw. In 2020, 150 people withdrew their house, meaning hardly anybody. So if you put your house on the market, it was going to sell unless you're like way overpriced or something's way wrong with the house. Average days on the market are 45. So if you take into account that the average mortgage is about 35 to 40 days to close, that pretty much means if you put your house on the market and it's priced anywhere in what the houses are selling for in your area, you're getting an offer in 1 or 2 days. And if you're a buyer, you know that. And if you've sold your house, you know that too. So again, low inventory, record low rates. And at the same time, demand up. It's really just driving the market, right? And that is going to continue. I don't really see that changing. So that's really one of the big things, I dealing with first-time home buyers, because it is tough when you're a first-time home buyer and you're competing against so many people wanting to buy that same house, and you maybe have a lower down payment, maybe you need help with closing costs. It's just one of the most unfriendliest first-time home buyer markets I've ever seen. And so obviously I hear people say, well, maybe we'll wait. And I don't have a great answer for that. I get nervous when people start telling you, predictions of the market for sure, what they think is going to happen. I will tell you, every year I hear people say, we're going to wait to buy, wait for the markets more in our favor. Well, if you did that anytime in the last 10 years, man, was that a mistake. And in 2021, it's going to be no different. And that is not anything that's too crazy if you look on the internet or anywhere, because there's just no inventory. With low inventory and with the new administration coming in, they're going to keep rates low. Now, I think refis will start, going through, because so many people have refinanced and taken advantage of the low rates. But as far as buying a house, I think that demand stays the same. And inventory, when it's a house that comes on the market, it's going to go fast. So if you're a first-time home buyer, you pretty much got to go out the day that it gets listed, or the weekend that it gets listed. And many times you're, offering over asking price, and that's not going to change. So in 2021, you're really going to see more of the same of what you've seen in 2020. So to wrap this video up, I will say, again, I don't know what's going to happen. There's lots of things to play out. There's all this unemployment, there's eviction, all these things that the government is kind of backstopping the market. And when the training wheels come off, is the market going to be able to carry itself? The government can't stay in the market forever without drastic effects to the economy. And what will those effects of the economy be down the road with so much government intervention, really all over the world? I was reading a report where they said for every $100 in circulation now, $20 of it, I believe was the number, was printed this year. That's how much money got printed and created out of thin air this year. So it'll be really interesting. This is kind of a giant science experiment to see, how are these things going to affect things, going down the road as years go on. So again, 2021, fortunately, if you're a homeowner, more appreciation. If you're a home buyer, you're going to be competing against lots of people. You're going to be getting record low rates, which will help with payments. And again, be more of the same. So if you have any questions, if you're a first-time home buyer, there are more programs than ever before. Not only do I educate my buyers, and get you the best deal on a mortgage and have no lender fees, we really treat you like family. You can read my reviews online. We kind of partner with you all the way through, especially, which is important in this trying market, where you really want someone that's giving you information that you can count on and helping you really quickly when you're trying to get in a fast offer. So if you have any questions, reach out to me. I'd love to help. Hope everyone has their own recovery in 2021. Make it a great 2021, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.